Hey guys, Fruit Smoothies here, coming at you with a top 15 games of 2016 so far. I think you guys will really enjoy this. Let's get right into it. At number 15, I have Clash Royale. Clash Royale is a game that you can get on the App Store or Google Store or Google Play Store. It's a spin-off of the game Clash of Clans that was really popular in like 2012 to like 2015. It's in the same universe. It's like a role-playing game. You get your elixir up and you place your guys to go and attack. And to win the game, you have to get 3 crowns by either destroying all 3 of the enemy's towers or destroying their main tower, the king. Another thing that you can do, or that you have to do, is defense, which you guys might be able to see. Getting into number 14, we have Far Cry Primal, which is like the 5th Far Cry game in the series. It takes place in 10,000 BC. You are a caveman in the in like a tribe, and you have to survive the other tribes, and you have to use the animals to like attack, and also as like their skin and stuff to use for upgrades. So this game was very fun. I don't know if you guys were able to play it, but I was. And if you guys want to see some stuff on it, just leave a comment below, because I will definitely make a video. As you guys can see, you can also do a bunch of cool stuff. Like you can be an owl, which was it was very fun. You could take control of an owl and attack people, and like scout people out. Now down to number 13, we have Mafia III, which just came out not too long ago. I was able to play it on the PC. It was very fun. It's just like Mafia 2. If you guys were able to play Mafia 2, it's pretty old, but it takes place in the 60s. I just have clips of me driving around, but there's a bunch of heists you can do. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. I know a lot of people like Grand Theft Auto, and if you like Grand Theft Auto, then this game is definitely for you. Another cool thing about this game is because it's called Mafia, you're like in the Mafia, and so a lot of the times you're like having fights with the Italians, which are pretty cool. Here we are getting into number 12, Quantum Break. Now a lot of you guys are probably thinking, Quantum Break, this game was super cool, why'd you put it at number 12? Well, I put it at number 12 because I have a bunch of other games that are really cool. Quantum Break was a good game, I'll admit. I put it on PC, which made it look very, very realistic. You guys can't really see it in this gameplay, but the cutscenes were like a movie cutscene. Like they filmed it with the real actors. I really liked this game because there was this game that was just like it. I don't know if you guys played it. It's kind of old. It's called Singularity. It's kind of like this stuff where you can go back in time. Not in this game. You can't really go back in time, but you can like freeze time and all that cool shenanigans. I thought that was really neat. This game had a really good ending, and it was really long, and I really like that about a game. If it's long, then it's good to play. Games that are really short, I don't really like that. I know a lot of people don't, but this game was really good. Here we go into number 11, Pokemon Go. Now I know that's kind of funny, guys, but Pokemon Go was a very hyped up game. It had like 50 million downloads in the first month, which is crazy. Basically, if you don't know what Pokemon Go is, then you're really missing out. You go and you can catch Pokemon in real life. I mean, there was a poster for it, which really wasn't that realistic, but you walk around your neighborhood or wherever you are, and you can catch Pokemon that are in the distance or like around you. It's a really cool game. I know it's kind of dying out now, but a couple months ago, over the summer, it was really good, and it was a really great way to get some exercise, which a lot of people thought that was like the trick that they had, that they posted it or they made it so people would exercise. But here we go, getting into number 10 here pretty soon, guys. We have Gears of War 4, which also just came out, and I was able to play all the way through. It was a really fun game. This is the E3 video of it, if you guys went to E3 or you saw it. It was a really cool game. I really like how it's Marcus's son, which is really interesting. Gears of War 3 was a really good game. I thought it was really interesting that the locusts and the grubs came back. I didn't see that coming at all. It's been like 25 years. If you guys played through Gears 3, at the end, actually all the locusts died. So now that you're Marcus's son and there's more coming, that's really cool. I really like that they added a new game. Gears of War was always a very popular series, and just that they could add another game under their belt is really impressive. They did kind of leave it at a cliffhanger, though. Sorry for the spoiler alert, but maybe this was signs for Gears of War 5 or something like that. So who knows? Here we go to number 9, Titanfall 2. This game also just came out not too long ago. I played it a little bit. It's really cool. It's kind of like Titanfall 1, but a lot of cool things that they had are they actually added a story mode, which I know a lot of people really wanted in Titanfall 1, but when they got it, it was just online multiplayer, which online multiplayer is cool, but imagine being that one guy who bought Titanfall and then didn't have Xbox Live, or, you know, like their Xbox Live ran out or something like that. So that would really suck. This added a story mode, which, as you guys can see, is very impressive. It kind of looks like Halo. It kind of looks like Overwatch a little bit, in my opinion, but it's really interesting. It's a first-person shooter, of course, you know, everyone's favorite games. It's very high tech. There's Titans, obviously. That's what just got smashed down. They look like they added some new Titans, though. If you guys remember the Titans from the first one, there were only a couple that you could choose from, but this has a completely different loadout of Titans. There's probably other Titans in multiplayer as well. But here we go into number 8, the new Doom game. If you guys weren't able to play this, this was honestly so much fun. I put this game further up on the list because, like, I would have put it further, but I really like this game. I'm a little young. I'm 16, but I wasn't around when the first Doom games came out. So I don't know how they, you know, like I was told about them, like my dad played them, and like if you guys ever played Duke Nukem for like 3D, like that game was completely awful. Like I heard that's what they were supposed to do. They remade it and it was trash, and that they did the same thing, but with Doom here, they did the same thing, but it's like super great. Like it had a storyline and it had all these crazy guns and, you know, like killing animations. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed this game, so I put it at the number 8 spot. We still have plenty more to go here. We're coming up on number 7 here pretty soon. But just one more thing about this game. They just had like a crazy loadout of guns, upgrades, and everything. It was just fantastic. But number 7 here, we got The Division, which would have been put higher, but I had other things in mind. This game was a huge fan favorite. I know the Tom Clancy games have really been a favorite, like Rainbow Six. A lot of people really liked Rainbow Six. This game had a really amazing online multiplayer. It was a third-person shooter, which I know a lot of people like. You know, like this game requires a lot of teamwork. If you didn't really have a team, then you didn't really have a winning game. This game was always so much fun to hop on with your friends and, you know, play like a round of team deathmatch. This game is really fun. It kind of has that Gears of War role. In Gears of War, you can do that role, as you guys know. But as you guys can see here, I was with the team the whole time. You know, like teamwork is really important in this game, in my opinion at least. I mean, if you're one of those guys that goes crazy and, you know, is like, you know, always wins and like is by yourself, that's pretty cool too. But here we go with number 6, No Man's Sky. This game came out not too long ago. It's really amazing. It's kind of like Destiny in a way. There's spaceships, but in a sense, it's kind of a little bit also like Minecraft, in my opinion. Like you go to all these different planets. There's 18 quadrillion planets, they said, which is amazing. I have no idea how they could have possibly pulled that off. The guy at GameStop said that it would take you, if you played every single day, 23 hours a day, then after 40 years, you still wouldn't have found all the planets. Like, you wouldn't have been able to go on them, which is absolutely amazing. This game was really fun to check out. You go and you can fly around your spaceship, and you can go to other planets. There's tons of different ones. You can go and collect resources, find new animals. A really cool thing that I liked about the game is that planets had different temperatures, so like you could freeze or you could overheat or stuff like that. That was really cool in my opinion. They also have tons of stuff that you can get, like they have different plants on each planet. Here we go to number 5, Battlefield 1. This game came out not too long ago. I did be able to get the beta. I'll be making a video of it pretty soon to show you guys. I know I should have made it when the beta was out, but I didn't have the tools yet. But I will definitely be making a video about that pretty soon. This is game mode of the campaign, which, as you guys know, took place in World War I. I think this is France right now. The story mode, I didn't play it through that much. I had tons of fun with it. I really like the multiplayer. Obviously, the multiplayer are usually a lot better in games. Like shooting games, the multiplayers are a lot better than the campaign mode. The campaigns are good, but obviously the multiplayers are way better. Battlefield 1, I really like that they brought the old wars back in. I know a lot of people really enjoy those. They like the World War I's and World War II's. You know, like the modern games, modern wars are pretty cool, but I know everyone likes a good old-fashioned, you know, World War I, World War II game. So here we go into number 4, Overwatch. This game was tons of fun to play. It's kind of cartoonish, first-person shooter. I forget what it was rated. I think it was rated T for teen or something like that, but it was really cool. It was your average first-person shooter game. But like I said, it looks kind of cartoonish. Like, it looks a little sluggish. It looks pretty funny. It takes a lot of it was very, very popular. It took a lot of skill, in my opinion, because there's all these different guns that do these different things, and there's traps. There's definitely a lot of skill required in this game. You know, they got that thing right there that, in my opinion, kind of looks like a maybe like an exosuit or a Titan or something like that. But this game was tons of fun to play. It was definitely worth everything. It's a cool game. I definitely like some of the animations. I like how there's health packs around. This game is definitely kind of like Halo. I hope they make a new Halo game pretty soon. There's that teleporting thing right there, which I always thought was pretty neat. But here we go into number 3, Dark Souls 3 for number 3. This game was pretty great. It was your classic MMO, or not MMO, sorry. It's a RPG game. You know, it's kind of like Skyrim. You create your guy, and you can just go around, and it's like in that medieval, you know, like goblins and trolls universe. I did play Dark Souls 2. I did not play it all the way through because that game was so hard. Believe me, guys. Dark Souls 3, like the Dark Souls trilogy, has always been a very, very hard trilogy to beat. I didn't play this game that much, but I can just imagine that it's probably very difficult, really hard. If you guys did play it through, drop down below to say what the hardest part of the game was, because I'd really like to know. But, you know, they have a bunch of cool animations. Like, I know that they have that little hotbar right there, potions and stuff. They got that same roll from Gears. But here we go. We're about to get into number 2 here, which is really cool. But back to the game just really quick. I liked the Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3 was good as well. But getting back to number 2, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. This game was PlayStation 4 only, just like the other Uncharted games. Now, me personally, I thought Uncharted 3 was going to be the last one. But when they came out with Uncharted 4, I was really excited. Like, I didn't know that they were going to make that. This game, in my opinion, it kind of reminds me a lot, kind of like, what is that game called? The Last of Us? The Last of Us was very fun. This game kind of reminds me of it because, in my opinion, Nathan, he kind of looks like the guy from it. I forget his name because I haven't played that game in so long, but he kind of reminds me of him, you know, because since they're both PlayStation exclusives. But this game, Uncharted, also reminds me a lot of, you know, Tomb Raider. You guys ever played the Tomb Raider games? You know, those games came out a lot on Xbox. I don't know if they came out for PlayStation, but I don't know why they wouldn't. This game reminds me a lot of it. I put it at my number 2 spot, but I have a number 1 game coming up pretty soon. The number 1. I feel like I'm gonna get a ton of hate for it though, because it just came out, and I'm not like a fanboy, guys. I'm not like a loser or whatever who just picks the new game or whatever. I didn't just hop on the bandwagon or whatever. I really think this next game is gonna be good. This game, Uncharted 4, was definitely a very fan favorite one. It was number 1 in some of the other lists that they made. It was a pretty great game. I didn't get to play it all the way through. A lot of these games I didn't play all the way through because I just didn't have the time. But this game was tons of fun. Like I said, it's a lot like Tomb Raider. There's a lot of Tomb Raider aspects in it. They also had, as you guys probably know, this game is a third-person shooter, which are really fun to play. Here we go into number 1, though. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare / Call of Duty 4 Remastered. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I really like this game. I know it had just came out, but I did get the beta, and it was tons of fun. Here we go in the campaign mode. As you guys can see, it's really beautiful. You just landed on like a glacier or something, and there's that huge, looks like Mars, in my opinion. But you can also go down into this facility here. It's your classic Call of Duty game, as you guys know, first-person shooter. It looks like they added some sights. They had a lot of cool stuff. Like, I know they had I made an Infinite Warfare beta video. If you guys weren't able to see that, I'll drop a link in the description below. It was really fun to play. I know the game is out now, and you can just watch videos of the actual game, but I really recommend checking out the beta. It was tons of fun. I'll leave my link in the description below. They added some cool things in the campaign. Like, in my opinion, this game was a lot like Black Ops 3. In the aspect that it has like the wall runs and the slides and the boost jump. Like, I feel like they were totally just trying to like not like copy it and like full blown copy it, but like they definitely got a bunch of ideas from that. But here we have Modern Warfare Remastered. I saved the best for last because Call of Duty 4 was a really, really popular game, and now that they remastered it, I did put a Call of Duty 4 Remastered comparison video. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys are interested. But you can see the graphics are completely different. I just have a little clip here to show how it is. I really like this game a lot. It came out in 2007, and they totally remastered it in 2016. As you can see, that a little earlier there was that picture of Price in the plane, which a lot of the times that's the picture of the remastered screen. Like that was one of the key things that they remastered. This is like the second mission on the campaign, I think. But like I said, I saved the best for last. I am not a fanboy, guys. I really enjoy Call of Duty, and I know a lot of people do too. This has by far been, in my opinion, I know it just came out, but this has been the best game of 2016 so far. I think I'm gonna start a series, guys. Top 10s. I know people like top 10s, but I'm going to try and do a top 10 Tuesdays. Yeah, so be ready for that, guys. Once again, guys, this has been Fruit Smoothies. If you enjoyed this video at all, please hit that like button. Comment if I missed any out. I know there were a couple that I didn't mention. If you guys think that I'm wrong, leave a comment down below, of course. Please share and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Fruit Smoothies again, guys. Peace out.